Yo, darkness video in, you guessed it, the fucking darkness. And yeah, I don't know what we're gonna be talking about. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I had a pretty normal day, I guess. I had a lot of school things to do in terms of the morning, and then I enjoyed some time with my girl. It was nice, very nice to be fair. Very nice, much needed. And yeah, oh, so much damn noise. Slowly enter peace mode. But oh my god, death. Just one of those days where I really don't got all that much to talk about, to be totally honest. Just very chill, I guess. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. Most boring video ever, to be fair. But yeah, I worked a bit on the video game, and I didn't work on Koza, which is fucked up, you know. But I'm sacrificing my training to, first of all, make this fucking video, and B, be able to go to my house and work on Koza. Probably not even gonna eat anything. I ate some hot dogs with my girl. That's about it. So yeah, that's mainly the plan. But today's been a very I don't even know how to describe it. Like seeing the joy in life, I guess. In some way. I don't know. Pretty weird. But I think sometimes we're so damn focused on trying to fucking get somewhere. That we never appreciate where we've gotten, right? Which sounds corny. Sounds pretty gay. But it's kind of fucking facts, man. It's kind of true. Yeah, it's kind of true. But yeah. Let's see. What can I talk about? I don't fucking know. Today I talked about a very interesting subject with one of my friends. Pretty cool guy, yeah. Where it was most of the people around the world, right, are subjects to this almost slave mind, right? But it's, for them, I guess, it's sort of okay to be in this slave mind, yeah? It's sort of okay to be told what to do, to comply, because you get, I don't know. Sorry. Sorry again. Damn. Why the fuck? I sneezed and now I just smell fish. Like fish shit, bro. It's so weird, bro. Anyway, so now that everybody's left the video and I'm talking to only myself, talk about the juicy thing. Juicy things, right? So we talked about, let me just start ranting here, I guess. I really do like the idea of the yin yang, because it's very present in day-to-day life, right? Something that I do like about the yin yang And I'll have to like research this a bit more, to be fair, because I might be speaking out of my ass. But the idea of, for a period of time you have balance, and then for another period of time chaos rules, and for another period of time good or order rules, right? And I believe right now we are living inside the chaos. We are living in an era, right, where the yang is bigger than the yin. You know what I mean? The yang is almost eating the good. Alright, we're back again. Random gorgeous girl came through and left. Running, I think, I'm not sure. Where did I leave off? I don't know. We're talking about the yin yang. I remember that much. Sorry, boys, let me think. So I am currently the believer, right, of the idea that the yang is currently winning, that evil is currently has its grasp on society, right? This being every type of fucking whatever you want to see. I do believe that evil has been able to con most of humanity in some way in order for us to believe that we're doing good. So basically to do evil in the name of good, which is contradictory, and I believe none of the people, well, maybe, because you never know with fucking human beings. That's the thing. I was gonna say that maybe people don't know that what they're doing is bad, and thus they do it because they think that in some way it's helping either their families or their some type of loved one or humanity in general, and they believe that it's good for the general well-being of the species, and thus they do evil believing and under the assumption that it is that of a good deed, or that of or that with good intentions behind it. And it's weird, because if you look at it, you don't really gotta look at it that fucking hard. Damn, I really lost my fucking tip. Damn. No, I didn't. Woo! Sorry, everybody. Y'all gotta deal with my retardation. So right now, I do believe that in the most part, evil for quite some time has been triumphing and winning and beating good, right? Which sucks. Like, there's more hate in the world now than ever before. Then again, I'm only a 21-year-old kid, so what the fuck do I know, right? But I slowly see that everybody slowly is just fucking getting more and more filled up with hate, with visceral, this just carnal emotion of fucking rage against somebody else. People don't align themselves with the ideas they like anymore. They align themselves with the ideas contrary to the ones they hate, right? So they basically say, oh, this fucking... They're like, oh, since I hate the right, I'm gonna be left. Or since I hate the left, I'm gonna be right. You know? And I'm not even talking politics. This is the whole fucking... With a lot of things, because I don't know. I mean, I understand that instinctually, I guess, to some extent, well, to most extents, it's easier to... I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you guys had to fucking hear that. Wow. That should never be pardoned. Oh, I understand that for some extent. Or for most extent, because like instinctual, right? It would let us be alive. It gives us more chance to be alive. Yo, you guys can see my face. What's up? I understand that it's easier for human beings to recognize bad than it is to recognize good, right? It's easier to recognize a negative situation than it is a positive one, mainly because the negative one has more chance to kill you. In the most basic way, the negative, right? Like, if you fucking think about this from an animal's point of view, because your body is inherently, like, how would you even say it? Animalistic? Is that even a proper word? So, this is something that some people don't understand, is that their body is separate in more ways than one from their mind. And I'm not speaking their fucking brain. Okay? Because, and I don't know, like, if you're confused, my at least separation, a simple separation I would have from mind and brain is, you can go do a presentation, right? You can go make a presentation and give a presentation to fucking 50 people, and before the presentation, you can be fucking pumping yourself up. Your mind is telling yourself, you're telling yourself through your mind, like, fuck, man, this is gonna go amazing. It's gonna go all nice and shit. And then when you step up to the plate, you're all fucking nervous. You're sweaty. You're stuttering. You're all fucking weird. You can't speak correctly, and that's your brain fucking with you. You know. So most people don't see themselves as an animal, essentially. Because if you really fucking think about it, you are this animal that is controlled by this almost absolute consciousness. That is you. You are this absolute consciousness. And you could see yourself from a I do come back to this point quite a lot, to be fair. But from a player's perspective, and you're the fucking character, right? Or a puppet's perspective, and you're fucking pulling the strings. You would have no real emotion tied to your video game character or to your puppet. Matter of fact, with your video game character, you would probably like this character to suffer as much as possible. Because the more you die in the video game, the better you're going to get, the more you learn. But for some reason, we learn this lesson very well, very easily, and we apply it almost instantly when it comes to fucking pixels on a screen, right? And it becomes infinitely harder to do so when it's real life, right? Or at least we think that it's that hard. I honestly don't know. But what I do know is, I was talking about this today, and my friend and I, also, I'll fucking name you, you cunt. We were having this talk, and it felt really nice. And I'll tell you guys why. Because this guy, we'll call him fucking Jules. Jules is so delusional towards success in the best way possible. In the way that I am delusional towards success. In the way that I am obsessed with it, he is too. And that is what we are striving to find in this world. People with minds alike, right? So today, we were talking, and it came up the subject of people almost willingly looking to live comfortable and normal lives. And I say normal not to trigger people, but I will say my synonym of normal, which just sounds worse to the human ear. And this word is mediocre. And that's what it is. Remaining normal would be my version of hell. I don't believe that I could stand it. And we were talking about how almost infuriating it is to sometimes be talking to people and to see their subconscious, the weak part of them, actively pulling them back. And you can see this happening. But, and this is the worst part, but you know that if you even strike any chord, that weak part of them, without their fault, right? That weak part of them, this is what the subconscious does. Without them knowing, without them even wanting, is going to attack back. And it happens. And so we were at the park, laughing our asses off, almost like crazy motherfuckers, because we have pretty alike minds, in the sense of there's absolutely no other option than the success that I have in my mind. There is no other option, and I'm glad that there isn't. I'm glad that I'm willing to spend my life trying to attain this almost unattainable goal. Because this is also something that I have in mind. If I don't have impending fear and this constant nagging in my mind of having to do more to achieve my dreams, then they're not big enough. And I try to tell this to a lot of friends, that achieving a mediocre, a normal goal, a small goal is exactly the same time and effort as achieving a hard-ass goal. Exactly the same. It's still one life, right? You still spend one human life attaining said goal, right? So my question to all of you, and I might leave it off here, is why not, in this one single meaningless life that you have, why not try to create as much as possible? Why not try to reverse this natural balance that the universe has towards forgetting, you know? So what are you going to do about it? And obviously I'm talking to myself here. What are you going to do about it? All right, family. Godspeed. I love you guys. Mwah.